Introduce yourself.
Yo, it's Christ Bear from the West Coast Wu-Tang Killer Bees North Star in the building. You know what it is.
Okay, so you're affiliated with the Wu-Tang Clan. How exactly?
Meaning we the first West Coast Wu-Tang affiliate division to be signed by RZA himself. You know, we got it straight from the horse's mouth as far as the wisdom of Allah goes.
Okay, so and it's Killer Bees is the name of the group, or is it more
West Coast
of a
Killer Bees. It's West Coast Killer Bees.
Okay, West Coast Killer
Yeah,
Bees.
something that was started by Doc Doom, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? It's West Coast Killer Bees. I mean, it's a name that we all agreed upon, but yeah, Doc Doom, rest in peace. West
Okay.
Coast Killer Bees.
Like, who are some of the other notable members from the Killer Bees?
You had Monk, Crisis, and shout out to Miko from the North Star. That's my group member, Miko the Pharaoh and shit. Doc Doom, rest in peace, and Holocaust. You know, he in prison right now, but them two solidified and certified members that's not around. But
Okay.
those six guys are the original West Coast Killer Bees.
Okay, like who from Wu-Tang have you done music with?
I said out of the 9 members, I'll say probably RZA, and other than that, I've done members with, you know, everybody from the Killer Bees. You know, it goes on.
Yeah.
You know, the list would stagger you.
Sure. Now, you were in the news not too long ago for something that sounded really, really crazy.
True indeed.
So let's talk about what led up to that situation.
What led up to that situation was just a long line of me being, you know, just a hip hop fanatic. Actually, you know, sex, drugs, and hip hop. You know, ever since I started off with the Death Row camp, really under L.T. Hutton. I wasn't a part of Death Row, but I was in that camp. I seen, you know, Tupac at his height. You know, was in there with Snoop Dogg was recording Dogfather and going through his trial and shit like that. Just, you know, shout out to Long Beach, shit, OGs, you know, who started the shit off and got me and my brother Miko from North Star started into this shit. And, you know, we met and we were RZA, you know, then it was, you know, rambunctious characters like Old Dirty Bastard, you know what I'm saying? I was around and shit like that. And, you know, those type of lifestyles that I wanted to mimic, and I was a part until I found my own niche, and then it was just kind of like, yeah, I fell back into a hole that was, you know, I would say the illusion of hip hop, you know, because I definitely realized that there is an illusion, you know, to everything, life.
Okay.
You dig?
Yeah. So you had I guess a suicide attempt.
I
Would
mean,
you call it that?
hell no. I call it a media misconception, you know, of the truth. Another illusion, you know what I'm saying? Because I love my life so much. Anybody who knows me know my life is more precious than yours, in all due respect. But that we said, no, I just was high. I was high as a kite, you know. I was high as this motherfucking shit. And it was a flooper, like my niggas would watch say. It was more than a mistake. It was a flooper.
Okay, so
You know?
first of all, what were you high off of?
I was high off, first of all, I was high off no sleep, you know.
Okay.
I was high off no sleep, you know. I'm somebody who study people like, you know, Max Flint, you know, come on, Master Farad Muhammad, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, just really deep, you know, Aleister Crowley, you know, just extreme characters. And yeah, I was high off no sleep because I study rigorously, you know,
Okay.
beyond religiously. And with that being said, I hang out with rock stars. So I was high off PCP, you know, that was my main drug of choice. But I was hanging around some white dudes this time, and they had some meth floating around.
Okay.
And I just got in town from Ohio. I was in the Wu Mountains and shit, where we go to sober up and shit like that. So I wasn't fucking with nothing. But I came back, and it was Molly was the new thing. Fuck with some Molly. So what wasn't I high off of that night? You know what I'm saying? Well, it got reported it was PCP. A lot of shit got reported it wasn't right and exact. But PCP was something I was high off of.
Okay. And you've heard crazy stories of people off PCP, you know, like,
All my
you
life,
know, like
all my life.
super strength and, you know, all types of other,
Yeah,
you know,
all my
people
life.
lifting up cars. And like, how long have you been taking PCP at that point?
I'm from the east side of Long Beach, so that shit's riddled with my family and shit. That's like a notorious drug on the east side of Long Beach, really. You know, my family owned a mortuary across the street from Poly on the east side. You know what I'm saying? And they used to, my uncle used to have that shit, embalming fluid. So I started taking that shit as a teenager for the first time, as a young teenager, I would say. I don't know. I tried maybe 16 and shit, you know?
Okay.
But I didn't really take it rigorously and made it part of my diet until 21. You know what I'm saying? About maybe 21.
Okay. And, you know, apart from this situation, what were some of the more serious things, you know, craziest things that have happened off of PCP?
Craziest things for me?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never really done any crazy things off PCP.
So you just get high.
I just get high. I know a lot of characters that are superstars. That you and I know both. That will leave them nameless. That they still off PCP. They take it. But
so you're saying a lot of rappers take PCP.
A lot of rappers, but I had a lot of things going on in my life, and the main thing I think it was that I wasn't allowed to see my family because I live a superstar life. Although everybody just had the introduction to me internationally on a worldwide scale, but I've been doing this. My fans who know me since day one. You know what I mean? I mean, like since the '90s, the golden age. But with that being said, being that I was in the shadows of giants, all praise due to the Wu-Tang, here I am and shit. So, you know.
You were high off PCP.
Right.
And meth.
And meth and Molly.
And Molly.
And alcohol.
And alcohol.
And
no sleep.
And and no sleep. That was the main thing, no sleep. And I couldn't see my daughters. I got 3 daughters, and I got my 3rd restraining order on me. And I just got to LA County. I was in LA County for like about maybe 3 months, you know what I'm saying? And I was in LA County and shit, doing my thing. Shout out to niggas in LA County who was out there with me and shit, respect to my niggas. But, you know, I was in the LA County and I got out, you know, on the domestic shit. And then I got out with my last restraining order and just being high and shit and just off all them drugs and no sleep. I was shooting videos, I was recording in the studio, was fucking doing shows.
So you were high on a bunch of different drugs.
Church. And
what exactly happened next?
And what exactly happened next, I was trying to use the phone so one of my mans and shit, you know, and being that, you know, we all live a rock star life and shit sometimes. I was staying in one of my man's rock star dudes, at the time it was his crib, in all actuality. It was his crib, I'm gonna leave him nameless, but he's a big guy, you all know, but he was funding, you know what I'm saying, West Coast Killer Bee movement at the time, and we were staying in his crib, and so the other guys are here, they was all talking on the phone with bitches and shit like that, you know what I mean? So I said, yo, let me use the phone, because I'm trying to get in contact with one of my baby mamas, anyone at the time. So everybody's thinking I'm crazy. Well, at the time I was doing PCP, it's just a killer drug and shit, you know what I mean? Right. So, but I just wanted to talk, let everybody know, yo, I want to sober down and just get some stability in my life, and I just need family to reach out for, and yeah, them niggas was on the phone and shit, and I'll give it to you in a minute, and it was kind of like, yo, I just kind of really had a breakdown off the shit, tell you the truth, man, because my daughters mean everything to me. You know, I ain't seen my daughters, one of them I ain't seen maybe 6, 7 years. Another one due to the, you know, not the most recent restraining order I ain't seen maybe, you know, it had been I've been locked up, it'd been a couple months and shit. And then I just had my newborn, and then her mother was in Ohio, where she was saying, now you got another restraining order, nigga. So now times when I see niggas that committed suicide and shit, I be wondering, damn, you know, how many baby mamas they got and shit, you know what I'm saying? 3 different baby mamas and shit, 3 different babies and shit. Some niggas might commit suicide. And my shit wasn't like that. My shit was like, you know, fuck these bitches and shit. You know, these bitches is just really always on my dick and shit, is groupie ass bitches. And then they had my babies and then they went off and shit, talking about child support. And I ain't get this, you know, some old, you know, shame on the black woman for doing that. But shout out to the good black woman who do the right thing and shit, you know what I'm saying? But it was a societal thing. They always, you know, always try to break the black family apart. It's just, you know, I know you know the structure that's set up for the black man who was God to fall, you know, and they had me falling down that hole due to the drugs and shit that we sometimes reach for in times of despair. And yeah.
So you couldn't get a hold of, well, you couldn't use the phone.
I couldn't use the phone at the time because my joint was blocked. They all had blocked my number. See what I'm saying? So due to the fact they all had blocked my number and shit, it was like, yo, let me call one of these black queens on one of y'all phones. You know what I'm saying? And then my man's like, yeah, I got you in a minute. And my other man's in a minute. The other man's like, yo, I got you, can use my phone. But his joint was kind of like, I forgot what's wrong with his joint, you know, when I was using it. It was like, I don't know. It was just some weird, like static. I don't know. It was weird. Okay. But then I was some other man used his phone and shit, and then he was like, hold on. And then what happened was my nigga RZA came through, in all actuality and shit. And then we had a lot of PCP on deck, and then we just had a PCP party and shit. You dig? And then I was so high, but I had a video out too, and I was so amped up to show RZA the video. I showed him the video. You know, he had great response for it. He was like, this shit's dope. And he left and shit, you know. I'm not saying he took no PCP or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, you know, we was excited to see the guy. He's always been, you know, I hadn't seen him in a long time. You know, we celebrate his new movie, Advents or whatnot. And then, you know, yeah, then after he left, I was just really fucking high. to be honest, and shit. And then I was just evaluating my situation due to the reality that when I was in Ohio was really a Midwest working state. Shout out to Ohio, you know what I mean? Word up. You know what I'm saying? I was out there in Ohio. It's really a Midwest working state, and people out there to deal with the practicality and the, and the profitability of life, not the bullshit illusion that Hollywood is. So we come from there and go straight to Hollywood after fasting for a while and shit. And she was crazy. She was like from fucking real hard knock life, real the heart of America, real working man, roll up your sleeve shit to Disneyland. You know what I'm saying? And she was crazy because when I left, I was out there for a year. This is before Brick Mansion and niggas was doing they shit. You know what I'm saying? With the movie, it took to another level. So when I came back, I was like immediately, I was thrust into a world. The RZA was running around with celebrities, and all praise due to my brother RZA and shit. Shout out to him and all due respect. He was living a different level of life, and he always, treated me like a protege. And he was running around with different directors and shit, and I'm meeting them, and then, drugs in the air, and I'm taking part of my own shit. He doing his own shit, but he on the level of sobriety. But at the time, I was just indulging in, a lot of the shit that was going on, rock stars, movie stars, and then just when the shit settled down, I really, backed off on the shit. I just realized, I didn't really got my family around me and shit. When I reached out for the only family I know, my mom's, I never had my dad, my mom's, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. And, it's what it was and shit. I blacked out, man. Word.
Okay. So it says that you cut your penis off.
You're right. I mean, you don't believe everything you read.
Did you cut your penis off?
I mean, I did. I fucked up, my nigga, in a lot of ways, but at the same time, I didn't cut my penis off and shit. I get more pussy than the law allow. I probably get more pussy than you now, but, I did cut a lot of my penis off due to the fact that it's not a myth that black men do. Gotta, I'm not gonna really go into too much,
so you
but
cut
just,
off part of your penis?
we hanging, so I'm still able to work with what I'm able to work with, and, and get it down,
Okay,
the way it goes.
So the story is that you cut it off and they reattached it.
Yeah, the reattachment shit is all mythological because there was no reattachment.
To be fair, you heard of John Wayne Bobbitt.
Exactly, I heard of the guy.
John Wayne Bobbitt.
Yeah.
His wife, something happened. His wife cut his penis off, jumped in her car, drove somewhere, tossed it out the window. Mm-hmm. They managed to find it, reattach it, and I think he went on to do a porn movie.
Okay, yeah,
right.
They offered me
John Wayne Bobbitt
Uncut.
I think they call it Franken-penis or something like that.
Yeah, shout out to him and
right.
respect to him.
Okay, so I'm saying you've heard of stuff like this happening in the world.
Right.
Did the same thing happen to you?
The same thing happened to me, but it was no reattachment. But it was some shit that I really, I really blacked out, my dude, like on some shit. I was reading some books, really. They said I was reading some books about monks.
Right. Monks cut their penises off.
I was reading some shit.
Or their testicles off?
I don't know what the fuck's monk do, but I don't think they did what I did. I'm the only man that ever did what the fuck I did, and I'm proud of it. Because why? In the annals of history, I don't think anybody ever did it, And although it was a flooper, we all done woke up from a flooper. You know what I'm saying? Being high. Maybe not a flooper as big as me. Yeah. I might have made the biggest mistake ever in history, but I'm proud of that. I would go down with a nigga who made the biggest fucking mistake.
So what exactly happened though? It's like you're not answering the question.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. I was high as a motherfucking man with no sleep and shit, and just frustrated because I couldn't talk to my babies and shit like that, and I had I'm paying 3 child support payments when I'm not seeing none of my kids and shit.
Right.
And I really thought for that moment in time that I'm really hurting myself just, not having a vasectomy or whatnot, of that. And, and it was just like, I was gonna give myself one, to tell you the truth, you know what I mean?
That's the reason.
Yeah, and I blasted off high.
So
I was watching Family Guy.
Okay.
Watching Family Guy, and what's the other shit? Family Guy and American Dad. Okay. So I was in the cartoon world. So when you smoke that wet PCP, you be like, and shit is like
you're in the cartoon?
You're in the electronic world. You're in the electron, neutron world. The shit is just not, what happens in the subatomic world is different what happens in the in this reality.
So you were in a fantasy world.
Not necessarily fantasy world, I wouldn't even say.
Well,
I was just in a world.
In a different world.
I was in a subatomic world. Let's say that.
You were in a subatomic world, and you grabbed a knife?
I don't know what I grabbed. Whatever nigga told you what I grabbed might be queer because I don't know what I grabbed. It's like I would have turned my head at that point. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my niggas. I ain't say nobody's queer because I don't know what they said, but somebody said I grabbed a knife, I cut my shit, then I went back and I sliced and I did some some Ginzu shit. It's like, nah, I don't know. No.
You don't remember it, but
I remember I made a flooper. I made a slice that was too. Put away the knife or what I grabbed, but that was too sharp. It was too sharp because what I did, my shit was like, that shit was too sharp. It was, I don't want to say it was too sharp. I was too fucked up. To be honestly, I grabbed some type of knife. I must have grabbed some type of knife, a steak knife. You know what I'm saying? And niggas who see me grab a steak knife, they justify it because I would have looked at my ass too if I would have grabbed the knife as high as I was. Tell you the truth, make sure my life was not in jeopardy. So I recant that statement, but I did grab the knife, and it was like out of frustration due to the fact I couldn't see my kids, and vasectomy and monk type of shit was on my mind. You know what I mean? And when you high off that shit, anybody who fuck with it before, you know, that's what niggas kill shit off for. Just give you the mind state that, you know, fuck the world to degrees that, you know, niggas who never did it before probably wouldn't understand. But it's not all bad, I'm gonna tell you that. But it is more bad than good.
Okay. So do you remember when you grabbed the knife, how everyone around you reacted, or were you just in a different zone?
Everyone around me was reacting pretty shook up. You know, before that whole night, it just wasn't that what I did. It's what I did leading up to that. I mean, anybody who know me, you know, niggas who hang around me, they be like, yeah, they Christ Bear kind of crazy. Wu-Tang niggas. I asked Wizard one time, why won't everybody in Wu-Tang, do no music with me, get them out? He said, yo, niggas think you crazy. This is like down there in the 90s or early 2000s. So it's no secret. Niggas think, you know, they thought my name was Crazy Drazy. I was like, no, my name was Christ Sparrow. You know what I mean? But I think it is crazy to really proclaim yourself God and stand by that. You know what I'm saying? And laugh at niggas who laugh at you and say, wow, what a shame. You know what I mean? Ignorance is bliss.
So you grabbed a steak knife, you try to give yourself a vasectomy. And at what point did you realize how badly you fucked up?
Well, my shit just started leaking like a water hose, Vlad.
So blood just started spraying out.
My shit started leaking like a water hose, my nigga.
Okay, well, I can tell you. Okay, so for example, okay, like I interviewed this one girl, Bethany Benz. She's a porn star. She was having sex with a dude, and something went wrong, and she broke his penis.
First of all, how it went about, the dude doesn't have, like, his shit is like crooked already. So it's like, you know, it wasn't my fault. I didn't do it. Like, you missed the spot, you broke your shit, how is that my fault? So.
Was there just a lot of blood, you know?
Oh, yes, it was like a murder scene. Like, I felt bad. Like, I mean, it was nothing nice about that whole situation.
Nah, yeah, my shit was like.
She said it was blood.
I done seen niggas get murdered. I done seen niggas get murked. I'm talking about, listen, noodles on the ground.
And it looked like that.
This shit didn't look no different as far as the blood content and the amount.
Blood everywhere.
Yeah, and the shit just, you know, the shit was crazy. And it wasn't really no suicide attempt in the state that I was in. You can call it suicide attempt. I take that if you want to, but it wasn't really, because the state I was in, I would never try to commit suicide. And of course, I jumped off a 2-story balcony. It was just like, you know,
so then
I'm probably gonna die anyway. It was just like that, oops.
Okay, so you did the cut, and then you decided to jump off the balcony.
Yeah, I did the cut, and I probably cut too much, man. But, you know, I probably, you know, fuck this, you know what? Fuck the world, you know, and jump off the balcony. Yeah.
Jumped off the balcony.
Fucked up, but fuck this world anyway, type shit. You know, y'all know what I stood for. You know what it is. But it was like, oh, it's just only 2 stories, bam, and then it was like a celebration, and it was a party, and it's still a party because like I'm living. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
How did you? Precious life is.
How did you land on the ground?
How did I land
on your feet?
I landed like 2 inches from the sidewalk, so I could have busted my whole shit open, actually. So I was thankful for that.
You landed on the grass or something?
I landed on the grass next to a tree.
So you got super lucky.
I got super blessed. I don't believe in luck.
Okay, you got super blessed that day. Because had you landed on cement, well, you probably would have broken your legs and you may have died. 2 stories? You probably would have died.
How I jumped was just so heroic. In the sense that, you know,
Superman out the window?
Yeah, I Superman. I don't want that motherfucker, you dig? Some real shit, you know. Niggas know. That's why nobody don't really fuck with me. I'm the type of celebrity, niggas see me, that's that dude that in there, shh, you know, because you don't know. Like, why would he?
They're scared. Okay.
Yeah.
So you Supermaned out the window, so you cut your penis, Supermaned out the window, landed on the grass.
Right.
And then.
All praise to Allah.
Okay, I guess there was a 911 call.
I'm living.
So
there was a 911 call, true indeed.
Okay, let me go ahead and play it for you real quick.
Okay.
Starting date, Wednesday, April 16, 2014, at 0 hours 49 minutes and 53 seconds.
Fire paramedic operator 178. What's the address of the emergency?
Man, we have a friend that was over here and he just damn, when he's talking this much, he's right now. We don't know if he's alive or not.
You need a car with junk off.
Yeah, like second floor. God damn, I don't believe this shit.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
I don't know. We sit on the balcony. He just ran in there and started ducking his fuck. He's alive. He's calling right now. So I guess he hurt.
Yeah, I was saying, Allah, you walk bar. Allah, you walk bar. Allah, you walk bar.
Is he
Allah, you walk bar.
Yeah, he's downstairs. He just came to right now.
How old is he?
I don't know.
The male, correct?
Yeah.
Is he awake?
Yeah, he's just out there hollering right now.
Is he breathing?
He's like a motherfucker. Somebody
No, is he breathing? Is he moving air?
Yeah, he's
Oh, okay.
That's you yelling in the background?
Yeah, that's me. That's me. You know, I'm celebrating. I told you it was a celebration. It's still a celebration. Biatch.
Why did he do that, sir?
I don't even know, sir. I don't know.
Unless your homies were kind of covering for you a little bit.
Completely alert.
Huh?
So like your homies was trying to cover for you the best they could.
I mean, we was all high that night. I can't even lie. We was high. Some believe people nameless that was in that party that night. It was high. You
Spraying
know?
or pouring out, sir?
I don't need both legs to damn balcony, and here's a puddle of it.
So, okay, spot you. Then you need to call the public?
No, yeah.
Okay, all right.
All right. So your homies go and call 911.
Yeah, yeah.
The ambulance comes?
The police fucking came.
Police
and
came.
motherfucker. You dig? Word. Don't you take me to jail. I had to tell them, nigga, I said, yo, excuse me, sir. I'm high as fuck. I just chopped off my motherfucking dick, or most of it. I probably bleed to death. So if you would do me the favor, take me to the ambulance. You know what I mean? I was calm. Once the police came, because I just got out the county and shit. And it was kind of like, you know, fuck the police. You dig? I'm sorry for a nigga that, yeah, fuck the police. Yeah.
Okay. So did they call an ambulance?
The police?
Yeah.
I guess after that, they called an ambulance. They had to, yeah.
Okay.
They called an ambulance. But they didn't immediately call an ambulance. It was like, oh, fuck. And, then they lacklusterly
Okay.
called an ambulance.
So they called the ambulance came.
Ambulance came. And them motherfuckers was dragging 8 feet. Exactly.
Okay. Were you thinking you were going to die at some point?
I thought I was going to die every point until the motherfucker told me, yo, check this out. You're not going to die from this, man. You fucked up. You know you're fucked up now. You know you're fucked up.
Right.
But you're not going to die.
The doctor told you this.
Nah, one of the people in the ambulance.
Oh, the ambulance guy
yeah,
told you
he told
this.
me that. Yeah, told me that. You know, when I got, but they gave me some shit. I passed out. So when I got to the doctor and shit, it was kind of like, more like, I know I wasn't gonna die. I woke up and it was like, this was my motherfucking dick. You know what I'm saying? It's like, goddamn.
Well, they had to reattach something though, right?
They said they had my shit and they said it's on ice. And like I said, I didn't really, I didn't kill myself off completely. You know? But what I did was a lot of damage. So they couldn't really attach nothing. But I'm tell you something. Yeah, I'm actually out there working harder than I used to.
Okay.
But the key is, all praise to Allah, I'm still working. Okay.
Well, because I heard, the dude that broke his penis, right?
Right.
The dude, the porn dude. I'd heard that after that, like, he would have to avoid women because when he would start to get hard, like the stitches would start to rip and, that type of thing. You see what I'm saying?
He was a porn nigga. He was a lust for sex. I'm not a lust or gluttony for any shit. I'm God. So with that being said, it's like, sex don't run my life like that. You did.
Okay.
So they told me, hey, you can't try nothing until a certain amount of months or whatever. So I had a lot of bitches that was really on my doorstep and really was, trying to
turn them away.
sit in my laps. And it wasn't really a completely painful thing to do, but it was more bitches I was, exposed to, universally, if it's just 8 to 80. But the same token, it was just like, yeah, I had to, do what I do. That monk thing was gonna be real. I was committed to that shit. Still, because I was still high. I was so high. I was high for a couple motherfucking months after this shit happened. I didn't realize the shit happened until 3 months later. I really finally had a good long cry to myself. It was
So you just cried after it fully hit you.
I'm still drying up my tears right now a little bit, but it's good though. It's good. It's good tears now. It's tears of joy. But after it fully hit me, hell yeah, I cried, man. I had a good probably a good 10 inches. So at the same token, I cut about 9 of that all. Hell yeah, that shit hurt.
So
PCP's a hell of a drug.
PCP's hell of a drug. So you're now a different size because of this whole situation.
Yeah. And it's a two-sided coin to that. You know, it just really, it definitely brings a tear to my eye at some point because I'm just not as long as I used to be. But I can go longer than I used to. See what I'm saying? So it's different.
Because some of the nerves have been damaged and stuff like that. Like
Got you. See what I'm saying? So okay. Yeah. So when I get going, it's like and when I do get going, I control my situation. It's like only this head controls me. My little head don't control me to know 24 hours of the day, all day. Okay, I'm control up here.
Now you had mentioned, I guess, in a TMZ interview that you gonna prove that your shit still works by doing porn.
Now I was just fucking with some niggas and shit, and these niggas took it to heart and shit.
Okay,
So I'm talking about,
you're not gonna do no porn.
$500,000. Never. I'm a Muslim. I was a Nation of Islam. Bean pies and bow ties before I started rapping. That's the only reason I started rapping.
Okay.
Teach the truth, actually.
What about the drugs? Are you off the drugs?
I still drink a little bit every once in a while.
Are you off the PCP?
I'm off the PCP. I'm off the PCP. I'm off the PCP. I'm off the PCP.
I mean, if something makes you not want to ever take PCP again, I think this would be it.
You would imagine I should be the poster boy for don't do PC fucking P.
Here's what I did off PCP.
Okay.
Thinking about doing
But don't
PCP?
do drugs. Fuck PCP. Like I told you, you can put Molly in there. You can put coke in there. You can put heroin in there. Cause the buddy I was with, they gave me the meth. He was off heroin.
Right.
So yeah, you can put all that in there.
Meth.
You can put even alcohol in there, but I'm still an occasional drinker.
So, what would you tell kids that are watching this who are thinking about getting into drugs, getting into hard drugs?
I would tell them that God is man and man is God. We turn to drugs, so we want to alter our reality. You can alter your reality instantaneously without doing drugs because your mind contains every drug, every chemical that is on the earth. So with that being said, look at yourself. If you want a drug, you be your drug. Yeah, and I was also told the kids, I got these 4 corners, taking hip hop to the 4 corners of the earth, okay? And I want to let you know it's a Kickstarter for Christ Bearer, and I'm gonna be documenting my travels and shit, my sobriety that is now off the drugs. So another thing you want to do for kids, follow me, because you can see somebody who used to do the drugs, but I'm sober, and I did every drug you could imagine, and there's really no goodness in all this shit, I mean, I don't really consider weed a drug, but that's something for the government to figure out for themselves. But other than that, I don't even do alcohol really, unless it's occasion. And other than that, fuck drugs. I got 16 bars of gold. It's a new challenge for any MC out there. I don't care what language you speak, whatever, man. I've been everywhere, all around the world. My passport got like 27 different countries on it. Enter it to ChristBearer@mail.com. 16 bars. The winner, I'm gonna come in like August, but the winner, I'm the judge, and me and you gonna split the grand prize. For any MC out there that had the passion to be somebody like me, you feel you got it, it's your time to show and prove it, because you're gonna get some notoriety because you fucking with Christ Bearer, be Christ, the one and only, by the grace of Allah. And we're gonna put you out there and see if you got what it takes, see what the world think of you, but you're gonna get that money first and foremost, you dig? Shout out to my nigga Anti from 71 Raw, doing his thing out there too, you know what I mean? Or